Penang versus KL. Which one should you choose for your retire abroad paradise? Well, although it will come down to personal preference, let's explore a broad range of topics to aid you in your decision. At the end, friends, I will share my personal experience and preference after spending time in both places. First up on our list is location, lifestyle, and climate. Let's start with Penang, which is comprised geographically of two parts, the island and mainland. It's relatively compact, so getting around is very convenient by using a bus, taxi, or Grab service. The multicultural capital of Penang is called Georgetown and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As a retired expat, you can experience a very relaxed vibe and enjoy the island life and take in the vibrant wall murals, many colonial era buildings, and go on outdoor activities. But if you ever need a big city break, you can take a 45-minute flight or drive 4.5 hours to the nation's capital, Kuala Lumpur. More to come on KL soon. Penang is also known as the food capital of Malaysia, with people from all over Malaysia and the world coming here to try out the diverse and delicious foods. More to come soon on this topic as well. As for infrastructure, it's actually constantly improving at a rapid rate. Now we can see here, friends, that the climate is very similar between Penang and KL or Kuala Lumpur. You will get to experience a warm tropical climate year-round. Let's talk more about KL. It's both a federal territory and the capital of Malaysia. One of the most attractive parts of living here is that you can live quite a luxurious lifestyle for a fraction of the cost compared to the USA. There are tons of big and fancy shopping malls, modern architecture, amazing spas, and world-class hospitals too. When in KLCC or Kuala Lumpur City Center, my wife and I were blown away by how beautiful the Petronas Towers are, which stretch over 1,400 feet into the sky. And you're sure to also love the 400 million year old limestone Batu Caves. As for infrastructure in KL, it's well maintained and very advanced with its robust subway system. The only thing is that it is a big city with lots of people and many train stops, so getting from place to place may take longer than if in Penang. One huge plus of retiring in each of these places is the widely spoken English, which makes getting acclimated to the new environment and making new friends much easier. Let's talk cost of living. So as a retired expat in Penang or KL, you'll notice immediately that your buying power increases greatly when going from USD to Malaysian ringgit. This means that you get to live a comfortable lifestyle with access to high quality amenities and healthcare at a fraction of the cost of, say, the USA. Between Penang and Kuala Lumpur, the cost is quite comparable, but KL tends to be a bit more expensive, especially when looking at things such as rent, property prices, and dining out. Here is a great cost of living comparison. Without rent, we see a 9% higher cost of living in KL. With rent included, 14.6% higher. Rent and restaurant prices considerably higher as well. Now, regardless of if you choose Penang or KL, let me give you a range for costs. Utilities, $30 to $60. Street food was actually quite comparable between the two places, and a good cheap price is around $2 to $6. Rent, $300 to $700. To be fair, there's always a chance of finding a good deal, so you could potentially find a lower price in KL too, such as around $400. When buying, the range in Penang is usually around 500,000 Malaysian ringgit, but with KL, the minimum is basically around 500,000 Malaysian ringgit and just goes up from there. Still, that's a range of 100 to 200,000 plus US dollars, which I've got to say is much better than where I'm originally from, where the average house price is currently over 500,000 US dollars. On to safety. In Malaysia, you'll probably feel very safe, even at night. This country falls into the top 20 safest countries according to the Global Peace Index. Laws are taken very seriously, and during my stay in both Penang and KL, I felt very safe. Of course, you must exercise common sense, and KL being a bigger city with more people may be more prone to crime. But on the flip side, you must keep in mind that Penang is a big tourist location, so regardless of where you choose, be mindful and take proper precautions. Let's talk about the topic now of access to quality healthcare. According to the Numbeo Healthcare Index in 2024, Malaysia is ranked 27 with the US behind them at 38. So in both places, you'll have access to world-class medical centers and hospitals. As mentioned previously, English is widely spoken, so you'll be able to communicate smoothly with the competent doctors and medical staff. And many of the staff has been trained abroad in countries such as Australia, Europe, and the US. Malaysia is definitely known as having high-quality healthcare and amazing medical staff. Let's talk culture, people, and food. The cultures in Malaysia are truly a wonderful treasure to behold. There are many different races, religions, and people, so you'll be able to experience many new foods and customs. The biggest ethnicity groups include Malay, Chinese, and Indian. Penang is well known throughout the world as the food capital of Malaysia, and seriously, there are so many delicious foods and desserts to choose from. When it comes to dining in and restaurant variety, KL may be the winner there, and it will come down to your personal taste and preferences. We also found many Western restaurants in both Penang and KL, such as Taco Bell. You will also be able to experience food courts and roadside stalls called hawker food. We went to this night food court only a 3-minute walk away where we were staying in Penang, and the food was so delicious. I have to highly recommend the satay, which is a popular Malaysian dish featuring skewered and grilled meat, and frequently it's served with a side of peanut sauce. The meats, which are most commonly chicken and beef, are marinated in a delicious mixture of spices before being grilled. That is just one example, friends, but there is so much to enjoy, and the iced desserts are top notch. On to my personal opinion, after visiting both places and experiencing the food and culture, the overall laid-back feel and food I ate in Penang really stands out. The people were of course friendly in both locations, but I really felt comfortable with the lifestyle in Penang. My wife and I are already having discussions about possibly moving there long-term in the future. So have you visited any of these two places? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, please subscribe and I'll catch you next video. Bye-bye.